Hey everybody, the name's Rigged Up, and I am hitting play. There we go. This is the Scouting Grounds. This is game one of Team Mountain Drake versus Team Ocean Drake. The supporting cast or teams of each side. Mountain got 100 Thieves and Clutch Gaming backing them up. Ocean, it's Team Liquid and Counter Logic Gaming. Not sure exactly the specific coaching staff of either. I could definitely look into those details further and map it out, but it's unlikely that I would know the coaching staff that well. This is very much a proving grounds for not only the players, but the coaching staff trying to make their way maybe up into the upper echelons of their respective organizations, or more so. But this is the first time we are seeing either of these teams on Summoner's Rift. Again, Riot was so gracious in giving access to VODs without any casters over them, giving others a chance to sort of try their skills at the whole casting business. So a few players just don't really know any of these guys, but going down the line, let's talk about team comps and see maybe the objectives of each side as we get to the starting moments of these games, as both sides are taking a defensive start, probably one of the easier ways to start a game out, making sure that they're safe. Ooh, Morgana getting a little close there, and Mountain grabbing that ward for themselves. But anyways, composition-wise, we got Kennen, Olaf, Syndra, Lucian, and Alistair. Pretty straightforward composition. I think it's a little safe, nice, a little bit of engage from the Kennen, I suppose, main engage from Alistair, a little bit of CC, larger CC to follow up in, and Olaf always nice to cut through some of the shenanigans of a Morgana or the Featherstorm from a Zaya to just punch through the back line. And to be fair, not a lot of protection it looks like on the side of Ocean Drake, so good way for them to punch through to the other side. Syndra, always a safe pick. Hit R, good to go. Get a free kill potentially. Lucian, one of the stronger AD carries coming out to play. Maybe you see some lane dominance. As you can already see, though, Ocean getting a little bit of a better push, just the subsequent effect of having a range support into a melee support. Ooh, and Fragus getting some trouble here, getting flashed on by Metaphor. Fragus getting quite low. Another flash followed through by the Zaya and getting pinched off by the Corki, and kill going over to the side of Ocean. So they're not able to do much. Nice early invade by Metaphor. Get himself rolling here and stealing away a red buff. So it looks like they... Oh, and actually going to be stealing away the chicken camp. So depriving the Olaf considerably here. Metaphor taking chicken camp and going to just shift over to take the blue. So that'll be a 3-buff start, it looks like, for Zen. Olaf is pretty blue dependent, and him losing that as well on his death is not good. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough start. He does still at least have the Krug camp, but he's not even going down there to clear it out. He's going for the top lane clear, maybe to pick up Scuttle Crab to get some experience, more experience on his side. But now let's talk about Ocean Drake and their objective. Already a nice way to get themselves rolling here, because I think that is what they will have to do. They've got nice spread of damage on their side. A lot of people tend to forget that Corki does a lot more magic damage than he does AD. Is split down the middle of the line, but does get a lot of magic damage. Ooh, Julian though getting kind of low there and keeping Aatrox in check. Aatrox not too crazy of a pick. We've seen him left and right getting picked up all the time. Aatrox and Urgot probably the perennial bans closer to the end of the professional scene. Corki getting pushed off here. Fragus, I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably say Gragas a couple of times just because it's that G to an F at the start of his name really gonna be tripping me up. Fragus on Olaf. Anyways. Ooh, Ocean Drake going for an infernal highly coveted prize on the map, and no vision control from Mountain. So a lot of good early stuff coming out of Ocean, although it looks like Kennen has the advantage here on top side against the Aatrox. But we do see Mountain shifting on in, but it looks like they're pretty late. I don't think they're going to be able to do much. The smite should come in. Fragus getting very low, though. Zen able to secure it. Metaphor getting quite low and falling over to Fragus. But a kill picked up in return, and Alistair without a flash getting caught out into the pit, and kill going over to Corki. So still a net gain for the Ocean Drake squad. getting that Infernal Drake going to be a lot of help going into the later stages of the game. And it looks like really the only thing that Team Mountain has going for them is this cannon bullying the Aatrox just a little bit. Only a slight CS lead here, but everything else definitely going in favor of Ocean with their early game control. Be interesting to see how things scale out, because Corki, I mean, it's been a while since we've seen him. Considered a pretty safe pick, I suppose, in a Syndra. I think the Corki, I mean, Syndra not too crazy of a pick. I mean, it's safe bet, getting the R and such. We did see her a little bit at the end of the year with professional play. Corki, though, we did not see much at all. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. We saw him here at the end, maybe a game or two, just be someone getting forced down. And of course, we can't see a pick ban, so it could have been that or just a comfort pick for Julian. But another safe pick for him. Once he gets that Trinity Force, a lot of pushing power and presence. Metaphor sitting on the side, provide him pressure. But Julian getting beat up a little bit in the CS, definitely going in favor of the Syndra. I would expect that, I mean, based on team comp, I would have expected Team Mountain to sort of take this out in team fights. But with the way that Ocean is playing right now, they're getting quite a few advantages for themselves. Let's go back maybe refer to some of the vision control setup. A lot of vision set up by Mountain on the bottom side. A lot of control boards invested. So two Scuttle Crab picked up, so they can avoid any kind of trouble for their bottom side, which keeps getting pushed in, but does have a little bit of a CS advantage here in the bottom lane. Dodging out that Morgana Q bind. And Mountain looking a little bit more aggressive here. Ooh, was that a X-Flash that went awry? I think that was a failure by Call Lin there to get something rolling. I see so many players miss that Hex Flash up, and Root going down, Jurassic going in hard on the Lucian, and Lucian kind of out by himself, but two other members of Mountain finally coming back in. How's on the backside, but Jurassic might be able to get the kill. Ooh, but Mountain able to secure both kills onto the bottom side of Ocean, but just barely getting a little dicey there. Heal not available for Jurassic at the end. Metaphor trying to find something on the top side to answer, because they do not want to lose first turret here. A lot of minions on that bottom side. They might be able to get first turret blood and get the tempo back on their side. And Xin trying unsuccessful with finding anything top side. Thank God, playing it very smart and safe. Just backing out and feeling the potential pressure go on him. So Mountain, although things not looking too good for them, able to pull out a 1k gold lead currently. Wolves get that first turret blood gold. Xin still sort of camping on the top side, waiting for Kennen maybe to pop back up or something here, trying to get more damage on Kennen, working his way back towards the top side. Should be able to run up there pretty quickly. Good old Sun's getting popped down onto Julian. I can't imagine that they'll stay here. Kennen does still have access to ultimates. Actually, he might just be letting this fall. I would have expected, I would like to see him try and go hard with Slicing Maelstrom to see what was going on there, but I'm going to continue to play it safe, make sure that I can't make anything happen. We might see the bottom lanes maybe flip the side of the map, trying to get that next turret. I expect that at a pro team, maybe it's a 2 on the lower end for them to try something such as that. And that's always something to keep in mind, is that these players, they're lumped together, I think for a week or something before this, or could have been even shorter than that. And communication is not going to always be there. They're always going to make these sort of plays that look a little bit off, a little odd, maybe closer and more akin to the teams at the bottom of the league. For them to be playing as well as they are, especially for Ocean with those early game movements, kind of looked a little bit like some of those lower rungs of the league sometimes, and making some decent plays. But as we go into team fights, I think champions like the Kennen, which secure a larger number of stuns, are definitely going to play in favor of their team and that lack of communication. But it looks like some engage going on to Corki, and unleashed power going to get thrown down on the Corki. He is gonna disappear. Say goodbye. Couple of guys onto this turret. They're not going to be able to get much more out of that, but we'll poke it down just a little bit. I think Was it Unleashed Force? Oh, it is Unleashed Power. Okay, fantastic. I'm not speaking out of my... For whatever reason, I did not think it was named that for a moment. But anyway, Syndra securing, or dropping Unleashed Power, helping secure that kill into Corki, getting some pressure mid, letting him focus on this Rift Herald, but business going down here. And Slicing Maelstrom finally used the multiple members of Ocean. Olaf, I'm not sure who secured the Rift Herald there. It looked like Xin may have gotten the smite onto it. I can't quite tell which member picked it up. It was okay, it was Kennen at the very end, so Mountain was able to secure it. A lot of investment into that. So Mountain striking back in a big way. A lot of things going right for them in this game. Going to be able to probably easily can secure that mid lane turret by dropping Rift Herald in there. If they do want to use that investment, maybe shift their focus towards top side to get more, split up the map here and pressure it. They are definitely going to continue to look for team fights though, like they just accomplished around the Rift Herald. Nice easy setup for them. Morgana with her black shield can only choose one target, so it makes it pretty difficult for them. I mean, you can always put it in the Zaya, but I mean, with Olaf chasing it down, you can't do much about that, and that is definitely a problem for the side of Ocean. And while I'm not sure if... Oh, maybe... No, just a bind going out. Getting some vision for themselves. Aiming to get that next Drake, Cloud Drake. Help with running around the map here. Oh, a Hex Flash used once more and trying to get something to go down onto the mid laner, Julian. Julian able to flash out himself. Fake God taking a major control of this Aatrox, and Aatrox really not accomplishing much this fight so far. And Dragon going over, getting picked up by Fragus and Team Mountain as they were able to get control over there. And slowly trying to maybe cut down the resources available to Ocean Drake. We see that vision shifting forward towards their side of the map. Minion wave, someone's going to have to take care of that on the bottom side. And they're really shifting their focus towards this mid lane. Kennen does have the Rift Herald, so... Uh-oh, looks like Xin Zhao catching out. Kennen, though, Slicing Maelstrom used to get away. That resource down. Teleport is available. And Rift Herald letting him get back to base quickly here. But with that focus put towards top, that's giving Mountain a lot of free time on these mid lane turret. Able to pick another turret up for themselves, pressure the side wave more. It's Rift Herald, though, getting closer to expiring here. Got another third to go. I guess he's going to just try and get it to drop towards top side with that last outer turret being the target, and the rest of Mountain shifting their focus towards top side, so we already see pings going up there. Aatrox, you have got to get out of there. They know that you were coming up there. Likewise, they might... Oh, Aatrox, what are you doing? Aetherus, if I'm pronouncing that right. It was getting a little scary there for a moment, but Syndra trying to get the blue buff. I imagine that once she has this locked in, head towards the top side. Are they going to get a successful use out of this Rift Herald? That's a sort of bigger question here for me. I'm just trying to secure vision for themselves, and Ocean not going to push anything here after getting a few setbacks. Don't want to get caught out here or anything like that. So let's check out the items getting built so far. Kennen on his way to Zonia's Hourglass. Rift Herald just dropped, so not getting any major use out of that. Will pressure mid lane a little bit, at least draw the attention of Ocean Drake. We see Kennen going for the split push on the side and try and get that wave rolling. Maybe split up some decision making on Ocean. Mountain will need to push out the top side, but maybe with them getting the push on mid lane with the Rift Herald, they'll be able to direct themselves towards the top side and pick up that last outer turret. Kennen does have Slicing Maelstrom and Teleport, so if they set up vision successfully, we do see some pings coming from Ocean, so they're reading the play, trying to come out from Mountain. May not be able to get anything out of this. Aatrox also has Teleport, but they're just shifting away, mirroring what Mountain was trying to do, and pressuring that top side. We saw another ping from Mountain Drake going just for that. See this Kennen really just beating up the Aatrox here, which is so unexpected in a way and funny. I mean, of course, a ranged champion, a lot of advantages in that regard, and I suppose with the Rush able to run around a little bit better and dodge all the skill shots. This could just be a personal pick for themselves, sort of a counter matchup that they brewed up, because I didn't really see Kennen. I mean, we saw Licorice drown some people with Hecarim against Aatrox, but maybe in the same regard with how Hecarim could sort of run and gun around, avoid some of the skill shots, and heal up against the damage of Aatrox. Maybe Kennen just letting him lightning rush around and dodge that stuff and be able to deal with things successfully. Ooh, but getting hit up here now after the lightning rush is used. Aatrox is going in quite hard. Slicing Maelstrom used and stun already come out though. We see the Aatrox now finally going hard on a Fake God. Fake God just using Flash to get away. And the rest of Team Mountain are curving around the bend, forcing Aethers into a bad situation. He is going to fall. His ulti timed out just now, and they're going to hand the kill over to Lucian. Mountain really shifting around the map quite quickly. Maybe that Cloud Drake coming in a bit more handy than they expected. Bragus trying to get on top of Metaphor here. And flashing out and pulling out Ragnarok, but nothing going out so far. But we do see Mountain able to push down on the side lane to pressure that turret and pick that up. So this will be the 4th turret, and with a dragon spawning in a minute, they'll be able to get control of that area. I'm not sure what dragon's spawning just yet, even though it says Infernal in the top corner. That's not always true, especially with these recorded matches that it's been posting. So we will see what pops up here. We'll see what pops up here in a minute. But Ocean really on the back foot. Champions slowly losing their usefulness. The Zin's not going to be very strong going into the later stages of the game. Aatrox hasn't really had a chance to do much this game so far, and kind of getting abused by Fake God and sort of made to look a little bit like a fool. Looked like Aatrox or Aethers was going to have a chance to redeem himself there, finally kill Fake God, but then was cut off at the end, so pretty unfortunate. Metaphor just not able to do much on the Zin. It was that first blood kill, and looked like Ocean was going to have complete control of the game just from the first few moments of the match. But Mountain able to make a counter-offensive, get things rolling for themselves. Another Cloud Drake. Aatrox caught out yet again, though. Not going to be finding any more action here for now, as both teams are just going to walk away and just fight for vision control. Looks like we're trying to get a stun out, though. Make something happen. Kennen's pushing on the top side, and looks like he's got a lot of free time up there. And it looks like Ocean's just going to be handing over this dragon to the rest, to Mountain. Increasing their run and speed around the map, and that does not... Oh, Lucian actually going quite hard in with a dash forward. Ocean not reactive enough, though. Not going to pull the trigger just yet. A second Cloud Drake for Mountain going to help them navigate around the map even faster. They've already been sort of dodging his line. Very nice. Doing a good job of running around the map and catching out members of Ocean, pushing them back further and further to their side of the map. But there is a bit of nice vision control for Ocean on the top side. Kennen should be plenty safe to get out of there easily. And the rest of Mountain's keeping track of Ocean, just like this Aatrox, who moved out too far. Ultimate does get popped. Bragus, though, looks like a lot of attention getting thrown towards him, and he's probably going to be falling down to the members of Ocean finally. Aatrox is just barely making out of that. But with all that action going on bottom side, Mountain pushing another turret here. They'll have to back up now if they don't want to deal with anything too treacherous. Gonna be able to get to safety. Syndra, though, kind of hiding in the side bush. Gonna try and blow up the Corki. Is she gonna drop it? And gonna take out a target all by herself. No, nothing new with Syndra here. Just hiding out in vision, abusing the fact that they do not have that side of the map under their control. And Corki made to look like a fool a little bit there in the I mean, kudos for Siligo to sort of play off of that advantage, just in that little hallway there of the jungle. Not too much, it's hard to keep that particular pixel, I suppose, warded, and he just played it nice, accounted for any other potential ward issues or like wards that could catch him out, and popped Corki very quickly. Even with the Hex Drinker, I don't think he had that built prior, but maybe he did, I'm not sure. Alistar going in hard, though, on Jurassic. Alistar still trying to find an engage. Slicing Maelstrom coming through. Metaphor trying to find a target onto Kennen, but no go on that. Diamond on the backside, falling to the Olaf. Lucian falling, though, himself. Alistar going back in for it, though. Paragus going really hard onto Metaphor as Metaphor moves up a little bit too far forward. Corki actually able to pick up the second kill, so not a complete disaster for Ocean. It looked like Team Mountain was going to be able to clean up there. Uh-oh, Siligo, are you going to pop the Corki once more? Getting very close, and Hex Drinker actually saving there, so I don't think he did have it that first time around. So very close call for Ocean. These engages from Mountain are just going to keep being a problem for Ocean, as they don't really have a way to deal with it on their side. Corki able to get a lot of damage out, so that is at least one thing they can count on to help them out, but unless they can keep the Xayah alive, I don't think they'll be able to work with much. Lucian, though, following there. Prismal getting a little too aggressive there, maybe a little too anxious on his roll. Ooh, Xayah got up there. Okay, nothing going. Syndra doesn't have her ulti yet, so you can't just pop that target. The next 15 seconds or so, that ulti will be back up, though. Both teams very eager to fight. It looks like you see them moving slowly towards Baron, so Baron fights are definitely in the sights of Team Mountain, I would imagine. See some pings going to the top side. Lucian, Prismal being a little aggressive again, going up too far forward, but Alistar on the backside, and the rest of Team Mountain members. A teleport coming in from the Kennen. Diamond getting caught out once more and annihilated by the Lucian, so another kill going over to Mountain. And every single time it looks like Mountain's out of position. It's like, no, this is just a bait. You're falling for it once more. We're calling the rest of our members, and with a member down, they are going to pull the trigger and go for Baron. And an awkward teleport coming out for Aatrox just so they can make his way over to the Baron pit. They do know that they are doing it. Corki might be able to get some nice hits off here with his missiles, and Mountain, I think, are going to have to get off of this. Olaf, though, going hard. Fake God going in very hard. Corki falling on the backside. Fake God getting pretty low. Jurassic, though, going to be falling down himself. So two double kill going over to Lucian, and Aatrox should be falling here shortly. His ultimate's already down, and triple kill going over the Lucian. Mountain forcing these objectives and making it happen. Forcing Ocean to fall right into their hand. Ocean didn't have too many choices there. Could have kept poking or just handed over the Baron to get closer to their own defeat. Morgana working her way over, trying to find anything. Cullen being a bit of a distraction. Siligo on the side. Ooh, getting caught out though. Not going to be able to get much damage. A nice footwork by him to dodge the binding of Syndra. And Syndra getting so low, she's probably going to fall one more Q out of the Syndra, taking out the Morgana. Metaphor out by himself now. Trying to maybe think if he can get a flash. Is he going to be able to get the smite, though? Not able to secure the smite, but a nice play from Metaphor to try and secure the objective. But it was not enough. Mountain just taking Ocean to class here. 11 kills up. Oh, just hitting 10k gold lead. Another dragon on its way. Baron in their back pocket now. They are on their way to a Game 1 victory and looking quite strong. So a lot of things going right for them. 100 Thieves and Clutch Gaming looking pretty good on their side. Team Liquid and CLG. Oh my gosh, this Lucian just doing so much damage and taking out Jurassic. Creating another 4v5 situation. This is just happening to so many members, like each member of Ocean. I mean, it happened so many times to Diamond and the bottom, and collectively 9 deaths. So, although, again, looked like Ocean had control in the beginning side of the match. Alistar trying to look for an engage. It looked like they had quite a number of advantages in the beginning of the game, but was not able to capitalize off that. Mountain just playing it slow. They got messed up a little bit in the beginning, but focused on their team fighting, the objective that they needed to get done, and how to carry it out. But we're just going to trickle on back with the 2 inhibitors, taken down, get that Mountain Drake, help them close this game out that much faster. Don't have a timer on how much longer that Baron is, but considering we don't, I imagine it's still up for quite a bit longer here. Oh yeah, but they've got another half to go, so they can just push towards top side. Teleport not available for the cannon, so I don't imagine they're going to be splitting up. We've got decent vision control on the top side. You see some assist pings coming out from Ocean to try and maybe gain back some control. That's just getting picked up from Team Mountain to help them close this game out. So I think things to gain from this game. Ooh, Corki just dropping his package and did not see much use of that this game, but again, Ocean looking towards the next game, their second match against Mountain later in the day. I hope that they sort of revert to just an easier composition, something with a bit more of a team fight presence. Diamond, you are caught out, and you are going to fall again to this very, very fed Lucian. So maybe get a something with a bit of a better team fight presence on their side. Ooh, Big God getting a little crazy there. Slicing Maelstrom. Aatrox are going really hard and able to secure kill on the fake God, but the pressure that he pulled towards mid lane lets Mountain take that third inhibitor, which is usually a death sentence for most. And Prism not afraid at all to continue going for these targets that don't really have any other protection. The only protection they have is Morgana. Which again goes back to the fact that these teams should be looking for easier compositions, less let me just solo carry this. Let's go for these team fight objectives. And one more engage, Metaphor trying to find his way into a fight, not making anything happen. Prismo picking up kills left and right, falling down to the Corki finally. Ooh, an unleashed power used onto Azaya in the fountain. Aatrox out by himself, gonna get pushed off from Nexus. Chasing Gragas, just working his way on this Nexus. Got plenty of time, 20 seconds or more. Work his way on this. It's like, guys, come on, let's close this out. Aether's just gonna accept his defeat on the backside there. So really good stuff from Mountain. What I kept trying to say there before all the action sort of picked up, which I probably should have dropped me talking about that and picked up the conversation about that team fight. I think these teams need to be looking for easier to execute champions, easier to execute team fight compositions. They can and really tying everything together for the side of Team Mountain. Maybe that was again just a pocket pick that he picked against the Aatrox to help him out, but alongside the Alistar, just easy points of ways to execute the fight. We got the Slicing Maelstrom to sort of stun everybody, Alistar to go in, pop a single target, create an advantage on our side. Ocean, I mean, you've got the Xin, but if you don't get rolling it early, you sort of lose your usefulness. Aatrox, you need to get rolling in the lane. Zaya, you can scale up for a long time, but you don't have any other form of protection. I mean, the Morgana shield didn't really do much to help you out there. You just kept blowing up so quickly. Didn't really have anything. So I'd like to see maybe better protection, a Gragas instead of the Xin. In that case, better, stronger case support. I mean, Alistar was picked up, maybe a Braum. I didn't see the pick ban, so a lot of things could be going on here. But some really good stuff from Mountain. Interested to see how Team Ocean Drake adapts in their second game of this day. But thank you guys for listening. Of course, always things to improve on. Slowly getting better. Thank you for listening, though, and bye.